Technology screens. Today I'm starting the process on coating the white 150-inch screen with just a basic screen paint. So not a screen paint, but a basic paint. So as I said before, when you're doing fabric projection screens like this, it's always best to coat them with 1 or 2 applications of paint. That way you don't have any uneven spots on the screen, or some parts of the screen don't absorb more than others. So this is how the Phoenix outside was designed. Pretty much you have to coat it with just any kind of paint. This has to be primer, any kind of paint you can coat it with. You just need that first coat to absorb as much as possible on the fabric. And once that's done, then you can apply the paint. So we got one outside already. This is the second one I'm finishing up right now because I want to have this done. Hopefully, let me see, today's Friday. Saturday. We have good weather. I'll be up on Saturday to finish it off. So I decided that I wasn't going to go with the Phoenix, but I like the Phantom. That's a super jet black screen. So we're going to do 2 of those side by side outside. The scaffold system I got to build for it's going to be pretty easy, so not worried about that. Now the 250-inch, which I have over there in the corner right there, that would have been a bit of a heavy job to do, but I decided to just go out and just buy a 250-inch fixed frame, and if I can get a 300 to fit there, I'm gonna put the 300 there. But for right now, we're gonna do 250 inches side by side. That should give me a massive 235.1. Just got to go on projectorcentral.com and figure out how far I got to pull back the other projector to get to 235.1. So I'm just finishing up here, just showing you what we're doing right now. It's one of the projects I'm working on. I had to keep putting off because I had other things that really had to be done, taken care of first. And this is how it's done. So pretty much it doesn't make a difference what kind of paint it is. It really don't. You just have to make sure the surface is coated before. Oops, make sure you lay this way. You definitely want to bring your roller inward, because until this stiffens up, it's going to be a little bit loose. It's going to roll under the brush. So that's all I'm trying to do is make sure I get all the excess paint up on the screen. Let it dry nice and heavy. And let it saturate into the screen as much as possible. Come here. That's what we want. This is what I wanted to do today, but I had some things I had to be taken care of today. Everything soaked in a little good. So this is how we do the 150 inch. This is how to do the 121 driveway screen. All these are done. Same kind of material. With the material over at you can buy the material over at Amazon. Doesn't cost much. I'm just going over my areas. Let's make sure everything is saturated in. We start the process of drying this. What is this in the middle of the screen? What's that? I did 180. That's not 180 inch was designed the same way. The 180 inch the same way. Woo. So this should cover the entire deck at the bottom. My deck is pretty wide, so it should cover the whole thing with no problem. I hate the fact of having those little spots on each side, empty sides, with nothing filling it out. This will give me the ultimate dual screen setup. So I can have 2 projectors outside. on 2 different screens, or play both at the same time on one big screen, depending on how I want to set it up. Alright, that's it. Put this fan down here, let this dry overnight, and we're done. I need a bag for this. I'm getting really bored of the 120-inch screens. I'm done with them. They're too small for me. 150s ain't working no more. So I got to go with something bigger now, much bigger. I mean, I've already displayed on, biggest screen I ever displayed on was 200 inches. That was inside, but I want something really big. I got all that backyard back there. I got to put something big back there. So 250 inches to start off with, side by side. And then when the summertime gets here around, we're going to get a 300-inch screen and install it to the deck. I can't wait for that. That's going to be nice. Imagine having this black screen. I cannot wait to get that done. So I got to find out exactly what a 300 is going to cost me and how tall it is, how we got it mounted. And I still got to put in a bracket system to probably put some stakes into the ground because the screen, I don't want the wind to hit it and shift it and blow it out. So I'm going to have to build some kind of frame system. So I'm going to have to get a masonry drill to punch the aluminum frame and hit the wooden base so we can actually plant that into the ground so the frame doesn't go anywhere. All right, so this is to be continued because we're done here. But basically, if you're going to do a fabric screen, get the fabric screen over at Amazon. This one cost me $48. It's cheap. They're like $48. Anytime you paint the surface, do not apply the screen paint first. That's the last thing you want to do because what's going to happen is it's going to be like a sponge. Some areas are going to absorb some, a little bit, some it's going to absorb more, and you're going to end up with these spots all over the screen. Like some areas are going to go darker and lighter. It's because the paint didn't evenly dry out. So what you do is you put an application of paint on it. It doesn't make a difference what kind of paint it is. This is the old paint I had downstairs. I think it's old screen paint. Probably something I didn't bring out. You want to paint the surface, paint it in heavy, paint it in thick, so it absorbs as much as it possibly can. When you come downstairs, it's going to be like a brick. That's why you want it to be. It'll flex out later on. And then you coat the application onto it. You use less paint, number one, and then number two, you get a nice even surface. That's why the screen out back, we did the demonstration with the 720p, looks so clean and crisp, perfect all the way across, no blots, nothing like that, because this is the way you do it. All right, so that's basically about it. We got a 250 over there in the corner. 250 would have been quite difficult to do because, like I said, I don't have a room to paint a 250. Even spraying it, I didn't want to spray all those chemicals and fumes in my yard to begin with because I have plant life back there and animals back there. They go back there and eat. So I'm rolling on the 300. I'm rolling that on. That's gonna be a roll on screen. Rolling that thing right in. Get myself a nice wide roller. Got a 19-inch roller. I mean, big wide rollers. Just paint that thing right on there. That's it. You'll get a chance to see it built bit by bit by bit. We'll throw some neon lights up there and all kinds of cool stuff. I'm in the house thinking like I need a bigger screen. The biggest screen we got in the house is 155 inches. That's it. That's the biggest screen. That's one of the walls upstairs. That's the biggest screen we got. That's gonna be the biggest one for outside. All right, something's wrong over here. We're done with this one. Yeah, really. You're gonna go down that road today? Some people wanted you to ask, like, does that have to be a particular primer? Nope. No. Doesn't make a difference. Just have to make sure that you saturate the screen. Doesn't make a difference if it's black paint, purple paint, orange paint. Doesn't make a difference. You have to saturate the screen, that's all. Let's see what we're going to use. Use this one right here. I need, where's my cord at? Oh, is anything plugged in anything? thinking about doing these for, if I decide to do pre-coated screens like this, I think the biggest I can do is 150 inch. But if I do pre-coated, that means we get to add an extra heightener onto it, because my screen is definitely going to get an extra heightener on it. That formula we develop, we can put it in the paint, we can put it outside the paint. So blackout cloths that we design, customized screens that we do, they get something extra. You get an extra formula attached to them, allow them to actually brighten the white levels a lot higher. I think I'll have to add them to a Phantom. So what I'm planning to do is, I'm planning to get 2 more. I actually got 1. I got 1 of the projector mapping systems. I'm going to actually install a short throw to 2 of them to the deck up top, so that way we can change out the grass. So I'm going to change the water, I'll change the lava, whatever I want, and in between that, you're going to see the 2 screens displaying at the same time. Oh, it's going to be sick when I get done with it. It is going to be sick. That's my backyard project. Hopefully, I can bring over a few of my buddies, and we can do some gaming on that bad boy. That's gonna be nice. I found out the Wi-Fi picks up outside quite nicely. I mean, quite nicely, because I was able to run a Fire Stick back there with no problem. The Fire Sticks are finicky, but that sucker picked up with no problem whatsoever. So that is definitely gonna work. All right, I'm gonna plug myself in. I'm done for today. Couple inches? Really? Okie doke. Come here. Couple inches from the wall. Like that. They got done landscapers went there and cut down the backyard. I didn't realize I had that much room back there. I was like, oh shoot, we need to hook this up. So that's what we're doing. I gotta go online, I gotta research some waterproof chasers for the backyard. I might build a deck, a small deck, connecting from the screen. So right now outside, it's storming. We got the contract screen paint. This is what that's why I tell you my screens are weatherproof. And now we got the 150-inch Phoenix down there going through this storm. The new screen right there. That's the Nano, dark Nano. And then over there, as always, that screen been out there the longest. That's the 135. Been out there the longest. That's sitting there going through the rain right now. That one right there, it's got 3 days of rain to go through. Let's see how it holds up, see if it lasts that long. So people say, is your screen weatherproof? Look, those screens sit out there all year round. All right, so that's basically about it. Nothing more to show you. Let's see, tomorrow's Saturday. Let's see. I don't know, probably Monday, I don't know. But I got to finish, let that screen dry. I got to make about 1 gallon of the black Phantom. Coat that onto the surface. You'll watch me do that. And then I got to build a small little scaffold system outside to support both of the 150 inches side by side. I don't know what it is. I just always want to go bigger. You know what I mean? Think about remote control. Every time I come in to sit down, I always find one remote control. Oh, it's over here, that's why. Why do I do that? Let me check on something real quick too while I'm at it. Got a food delivery coming through. With that bottom half thing coming, I know the storm is affecting some of the Wi-Fi. I don't know how Wi-Fi is running here, but no problem. Oh, whatever. I don't care. All right, I'm done. We're going to jump on to doing a little back for blood with a bunch of people, have some fun in there, and that's basically about it. When everything's done, we get ready to paint the screen. We'll bring you in, and yeah. Keep in mind, it's October right now, so I really don't care because I plan to be outside in the wintertime with this screen. I'm planning to do some snow demonstrations too on top of that, so that should be fun to watch. What is going on with the Fire Stick? Mother cheeseburger. You can't load up all the way. Let's just load up half the way. That's all. Man, just load the whole thing. See, okay. Yeah, so I'll pretty much explain to you what we're going to be doing in the backyard. So I got another 3D mapping system coming through. That's one of the ultra short throw projectors is going to be mounted to the deck right there. Second one's going to go over there. That's going to allow me to be able to scan the entire backyard, change to anything I want. Yeah, I'm watching Shaun and the Sheep. It's actually one of my favorite shows I like to watch. Lights on. Lights off. Lights on. Lights off. Lights on. Lights on. Make a difference. Ah, there we go. I got a movie I'm gonna watch tonight. Oh yeah. Actually, I want to pop on YouTube real quick. All right, that's basically about it. I won't take up any more of your time. When we start the process on the colossal, massive, 2 back-to-back 150-inch screens, I'll load up and so you guys can see the work being done. That being said, gotta go and God bless.